Where's the truth on health care? The Obama administration began the practice of dispersing cost-sharing reduction subsidies to health insurance companies under the Affordable Care Act. This is called the CSR, Cost Sharing Reduction Subsidies. And how much are we doing now? $10 billion? $7 billion last year, an expected $10 billion this year, and the payments are expected to total $130 billion by 2026. And what is this? This is the government bailing out the healthcare companies. So the big insurance companies, they don't want this to go away because they love this. They're getting $10 billion this year. Doesn't that fall into every socialist? I'm sorry, not an actual socialist, somebody who claims they're for socialism. Isn't this what they claim is so bad? The government bailing out these giant corporations, especially healthcare companies? That's one of their biggest mantras. Who started it? Barack Obama. Now, Donald Trump has just reversed this last night. This is a good thing and a bad thing. It's going to cause a lot of pain. However, take it out of the realm of healthcare. Forget about healthcare for just a second and let's have an actual conversation. Here's why this has to go away. It's unconstitutional, and here's why. The funding and this CSR, the subsidies, were put into the healthcare bill. However, Congress has the purse strings, and this is a really important separation of power, because if Congress doesn't hold the purse strings, then they have absolutely no power to stop war or anything else. If the president can say, I'm writing the check, if he can say that, Congress has zero power. So Congress enacted this. Let's say Congress decided, yes, we're going to go to war. We're going to actually declare war. They can declare war, but they have to fund it as well. So the safeguard is put in there in case a president decides to go to war, and then it turns into something that the people are like, wait, this isn't what we agreed to. This isn't what we want. And the people can rise up and stop the president by saying to Congress, defund the war. And the government cannot continue to fight the war, even though there's been an act of war. If there's no money, they can't fight it. So the separation of powers on the purse string is really important. Here's what happened. The subsidies are just wrong in the first place, but Congress decided to put it into the package. But then what happened? They couldn't fund them. They couldn't get Congress together to say, we're going to fund it. So Barack Obama said, that's all right. I'm just going to write the check. And he signed an executive order and said, we're just funding these. Well, he has no constitutional right to your wallet. None. It all must come through Congress. Another reason to keep it away from the president is so that he can't just spend you into oblivion and you can't stop it. It's like taxes. Do you want one guy to say, you know what, we're going to raise taxes to 80%? No, it's got to go through Congress. So Barack Obama did something unconstitutional and illegal. In fact, a federal judge, this has all been hashed out in the courts. A federal judge said that the United States government has to stop paying these. And in fact, the judge went so far to say every insurance company that is accepting any of this money is accepting stolen goods. So a federal judge has declared that President Obama was actually stealing money unconstitutionally from the Treasury, from you, and spending it in a way that is wholly illegal. So forget about health care. This must stop. Now, there's a problem with the way it's being done, and it's actually going to affect you. So what does what Donald Trump did yesterday, taking apart Obamacare and then defunding this CSR, what does this actually mean to you?
A lot of people are saying, you're going to see here in the media, that this is going to make your rates go up.
Probably will.
In a way, right? It's to you as someone who's paying for healthcare. If you receive these subsidies, they're going to go away and your rates are going to feel like they're going up. However, in reality, the rates aren't going to change at all Previously, the government was stealing money to hide what the rates were.
So, literally stealing it. That's according to a federal judge, literally stealing from the Treasury. In fact, some have made the case that anyone who is involved in the writing of these checks and the disbursement of this federal money is actually criminally liable.
And again, it's worth pointing out, this is not just, two dopey right-wing talk show hosts making this point. A federal judge has already ruled this unconstitutional. This is, and look at,
and
watch
not
the
just
coverage.
Unconstitutional. Yeah. It's theft, labeled by the judge as theft.
And watch the coverage as you hear people talking about this. Sure, they'll talk about rates going up. Yes, they'll talk about how Donald Trump is doing something that is blowing up the healthcare markets. The truth is, these are illegal payments. They have been ruled illegal by a federal judge. They are unconstitutional payments. And that is the lead story here.
Yeah.
The fact that it took a while is something that you could criticize the administration for. I'm really glad they made this move, though. And again, this is a good move. This is a series of good moves by Trump on healthcare. These are positive things. They're being promoted as, you didn't like executive orders before and now you like them. That's not what he's doing here.
No, this is not an executive order.
These are unconstitutional payments.
He is stopping
the payment.
He is stopping something that only the executive can do. And a federal judge has ruled that the last executive, Barack Obama, violated the Constitution and was engaging in theft. Now, quite honestly, that is the first time I have ever heard in my lifetime, and I remember Nixon, in my lifetime, this is the first time high crimes mean something. We're talking about $130 billion being stolen from our Treasury, according to this federal judge. $130 billion being stolen and given to insurance companies. Quite honestly, that is a high crime. Everything else I've seen in my lifetime has been a misdemeanor. This is a high crime.
Bernie Madoff, this is way bigger than that.
Yes.
This is a much bigger deal.
Yes.
And, you look at this and another point to be made is that the healthcare bills passed by the Republican House and debated in the Senate and eventually failed, the repeal and replace bills, dealt with this issue. So Trump got a bad deal from the Obama administration, an unconstitutional payment. They tried to pass something that would have dealt with it. Not one Democrat voted for it. And now he has stopped the unconstitutional payment and he's getting blamed for it. It is completely ridiculous. Watch every report. Wait how long it is until they tell you these payments are illegal. Again, this is a federal judge that says it. I've been watching this coverage. They are not even talking about the idea that this is unconstitutional.
Because we don't care, and people don't care. Because progressives believe ends justify the means.
Yeah. It's mean. You know what you're doing is mean. That's their constitutional analysis.
There is something called the rule of law, and we must return to that. Or we will live in a fascistic state. We must return to the rule of law. And congratulations to Donald Trump for actually having the balls to do it. It's going to hurt, but it's the right thing to do.